Hey guys, I want to give you guys something to work on while I am off giving the PSAT. So the PSAT is being given to the juniors. So you guys are going to work on the baby steps to your next assignment, which is going to be a monologue that I'm going to assign you. So I want to talk a little bit about a woman named Uta Hagen. Uta Hagen was a 20th, 21st century theater practitioner. She was a theorist, and she created this idea of that there are 9 essential questions that you have to ask yourself when you start working on a monologue. We're going to go ahead and go through those real quick here. So 9 questions with my girlfriend, Uta Hagen. Question 1 is going to be just basically, where am I? Who am I? Excuse me. Who am I? Who is this person that you are embodying? You need to know how old this person is. You need to know physical traits. Do they limp, for example, or do they have a bad knee? What is their education? Because there's a big difference between somebody who never went to school and somebody who has a master's degree. What are their politics? Especially if you get into like the history plays of Shakespeare, like who do you align yourself with? What do you like? What do you dislike? And all those things that like make up, I should actually say ethics instead of ethos. Sorry, that was my fault. And are they happy? Like if they're happy with where they are, then maybe there's somebody who's going to be, the action's going to be against. So right now, if I'm currently happily, I don't know, Juliet's mother, things are going to happen to make me unhappy real soon. But if I am, for example, playing Juliet, well, I want to make things change. I'm not happy because I want to be with this boy that I think is cute. So again, who am I? Figure that out. You have to know who you are, and you need to address each of these little sub questions. Question 2 is, what time is it? It's not important only to know that it's currently 2:31 p.m., but okay, great. Is it 2:31 p.m. in the summer, or is it 2:31 p.m. in the fall or the winter? Because again, if you take a time like 8 o'clock p.m. in the winter, that's very dark. In the summer, it's still kind of light outside. So that's going to be important to know what season it is. What year is it? What time of the year? If it's, it's seasonal. Is it the beginning of the year where I've got all this time ahead of me, or is the year winding down? And maybe I'm starting to reflect about what I should have done this year and didn't get done. And then again, of course, my life. Am I at the end of my life, or near the beginning of my life, or in the middle of my life? What's happening? And really, what is the significance of time in this particular show? Question 3, where am I? So it's important to know you're on planet Earth, right? Or unless you're on a different planet, which is possible. But I need to know, am I in the United States, or am I in Iran, or am I in Norway? Those are very different places. And within those cities, am I in, am I in New York City, or am I in tiny little Kansas farm town? Those are 2 different places, both in the United States, but a big difference. And if I decide I am in New York City, am I in my penthouse? Am I in a tenement? Am I in a museum? Am I in a store? Where am I? Like what building? And within that building, what room am I in? And even within the room, what part of the room? I'm currently sitting in my dining room, but there's a whole area of my dining room that I'm not occupying. Am I inside or am I outside? Again, do they have access to inside or outside? Am I in a room without windows, or do I have a big expanse of windows? All these are really important things to know. Question 4, what surrounds me? What are the things in my room? And are they animate or inanimate? Are they animals? Are they fish? Are they flowers? Are they books? What are they? And are these things important to me? If I am somebody who has spent their entire lives taking care of other people, how do I feel about their things versus my things, right? If I'm not in a room, I'm outside, there's nature. What is the landscape? Am I on a beach, or am I in the mountains? Am I in a field? Or am I in a deserted lot in an inner city? Am I in an alley? All these places have different feels. And whether or not is this things that are surrounding me, are they familiar or are they unfamiliar? Have I been here before? Is this my house? All these things you need to think about, because how I react in my house is different than how I would act in somebody else's house. What are the given circumstances? So given circumstances is tricky because it seems really simple and it's not. What do we know? What has the playwright given us, right? So we need to be able to identify the events that have happened in the past what's happening right now and what's going to happen. So, for example, if I am, again, let's stick with Romeo and Juliet because it's a pretty easy play to understand. We know at the very beginning that the Montagues and Capulets are enemies. Shakespeare gives it to us at the very beginning. We know that it's been a bloody summer. We know that a lot of people have died. We know that there's a party that's going to happen tonight. We know that the Montagues are not invited, but they're going to sneak their way in. We know all this because the playwright gives it to us. What happens after that, we don't know yet. That's for us to sort of discover together. But we do know. And actually, we know because the prologue tells us what's going to happen. My relationships. What are my relationships to other people, to me, to my environment, to everything? What are my relationships to God, to my parents, to my bosses, to society? Am I a criminal? Because again, that's a different relationship to society than maybe a police officer would have. So we got to think those through. 7, what do I want? So this is our good old friend objectives we've talked about. What do I want right now? Right now, I want my son to come home from school. Because my super objective overall is I want to kidnap my son and take him away from his father forever, right? So before I can have my super objective of taking my child away and punishing my husband and never letting him see his kid again, I have to wait for him to get home. I need that objective for him to get home. Actually, none of that's true. Don't worry about it. I'm just giving you examples. Question 8, what is in my way? Again, who's in my way? What is in my way? Why is it in my way? Who's in my way? Well, the fact that he's at school is in my way. The fact that my husband controls our money is in my way. The what is my husband, or who would just be my husband. The what is that I don't have financial independence. The what is I'm being watched. He's hired security guards to make sure that I don't take the kid. And the why, because we had a really toxic marriage and we betrayed each other several times. All those things. It's important to know that because everybody has a backstory. And finally, question 9 is what do I need to do to get what I want? What physical actions do I need to take to kidnap my son? What verbal words do I need to speak? What emotional manipulation do I need to apply? Right? My son might not want to come with me. So then maybe I have to cry and, you need to do this for mommy and mommy loves you so much. And I can't believe you won't do what I said. Is it easy to manipulate a 7-year-old? Absolutely it is. But these are the things that my character would have to think through. Okay. So those are your 9 questions. I'll go through them one more time real quick. Easy. Who am I? What time is it? Where am I? What surrounds me? What are the given circumstances? What are my relationships? What do I want? What is in my way? And what do I need to do to get what I want? And here's the deal. When I ask you these questions, you better have an answer for me, right? So if you're like, oh, I'm doing my monologue. I'm like, great, wonderful. Where are you? Oh, I'm in my house. Okay, great. Where are you in your house? Well, I'm in my living room. Okay, what part of the living room? Are you sitting near the fire? Really? Because you just, okay, yeah, I am. Well, what time of year is it? Well, it's July. Why are you sitting near a fire in July? Right? So all these things are important. Now, a small town isn't an answer. You better find the name of a small town. I'm in a small town. Well, what small town? I'm in Caldwell, Kansas. Okay, good. Now you're in a small town, and I know that small town. It doesn't have to be a real town, but you better know what it is, because if I'm a kid that grew up in Caldwell, Kansas, you better believe I know what Caldwell, Kansas is, because that's the only thing in my life. I went to Caldwell High School, and I was a cheerleader on the Caldwell cheerleading team, and I married the high school football guy who played for Caldwell High School, or whatever that is. I know it. It's in me. Okay? 3, that's a 4 again. What surrounds me? What's near me? What can I reach my hand out and touch? Right now, I can reach a hand out and touch this empty glass that I was drinking out of. I can touch this speaker. I can touch my phone. My credit card is sitting here. And that's about all I can touch right now. Okay? But you need to know what's there. Is there stuff that you're going to fiddle with, right? Is there a brush and you're going to brush your hair or whatever that is? But you need to know what's there. Question 5 again, given circumstances, what's happened, happening, happen. My relationships to other people and things and events, those are very important. What do I want? It says, who do I want? It's what do I want? What is in my way? And what do I need to do to get what I want? Okay, so we are going to be using these questions in some detail when we get back tomorrow. we're going to talk about how we start applying those, because I'm going to assign you guys your monologues. Okay. I hope you're having a good break, and I will see you.